Every light is on, but no one seeking to get home. Oh, baby, won't you come on home? Joan Arma Trading, an album in 1977 that helped change my life in music. But you know, I'm not here to explain me or to explain anyone else today. After listening to the fall of the Cabal last night, everything is there documented. I may have sent out maybe 100 or 200, and the response is, nothing. So it's like I've gotten to this point where even when it's all done, even when you sacrifice the end of your life for everything to be in divine, for everyone else to be without being chained in the slave ship, I remember when we used to sit in that government mind in Trenchtown. Look at the words. To govern meant is mind. Look it up in Greek. Trench. You're in the trenches within the town of people. Observing all the hypocrites, mingle with the good people we meet. Good friends we've had, good friends we've lost. And that's why this video is being made. I was thinking last night, and I'll start in 2003, when I saw the United States going to war with Iraq for no reason other than the manipulation of the minds of the people who just got printed money on credit cards and thought they were so righteous. A version of me I rather not attach to, but it is me. If I was given the fake illusion, would I accept it and condemn? And the answer is yes, so I forgive it. And that's how I forgive. Maybe I'm speaking without filling in the gaps, because through my thoughts of last night and this morning, I realized that I'm just satisfying myself in the knowing of how other people think. All I ever asked was for help to save the world. And all I ever got is, it's pointless, it's meant to be that way, I can't help you, I'm busy, don't send me that shit, etc., etc., etc. So I let you go, all of you. Observing all the hypocrites, mingle with the good people we meet. Good friends we've had, we thought. Good friends we've lost, we thought. Along the way, yeah. In this great future, you're not going to forget the past. So dry your tears, I say. So no woman, no cry. Because everything is going to be all right. If we don't put our focus on what we want, what do we get? So the diversion of your focus has to be sustained, to live, to be normal, to be catechized in the Vatican program of what was created to be your God. God is the master programmer. Bow to me and I'll give to thee. And this I saw in frequency, over and over and over again. And I asked the question, why is it so hard for some who speak the truth, who are the genuine souls, who have nothing and give everything? Why is it that they have to suffer, whilst the ones who step on everybody else's head to make sure that they get looked like the ones that never suffered? They always had it. And I kept asking this question until one day I said, Ja, or Wagwan. And he says, Tron, what do you think me send you down there for? We are who we think we are. And I'm sorry if I think more than you. I never asked you to think low. I asked you to think high. And you, maybe your self-hatred for yourself of not being able to join, to even share the human trafficking, to share the exposure of who did it. It was too embarrassing. You didn't want to lose your friends. I've been thinking about it all day. It's like, oh yeah, I did it all for you. But you know what? It's true. I did it for you. But I don't expect that thing back. I will accept until I hear from you. I am going to make a list of every single person I have spent valuable time with, whether in a struggle to overcome, circumvent, or to create. Every one of you. I'm going to make a list. Some people's last names I'm thinking about, I might not remember. So I don't expect them to remember me. Because if I can't remember their last name, they won't remember my last name. I'm sending this video out with a list of names of every single person that I have spent valuable time with, that we have shared the same room or same house or same bed. You're all going to see this. And all I have ever asked for was to try a little help from my friends. Did you need anybody? I just needed a little help. So, all this you can do and more if you know who you really are. Did you lend me an ear, or did you just disappear? Because your ignoring has shown who you are. And I did try a little help for my friends. Do I have to go to your funerals when I know that death is a lie? You're in an illusion. Oh, you say, I know the truth. You were taught a lie, and you held on to that lie and judged me from your lies. There is no one that dies, but even if you try, you will think it's a lie because that's who you are. We're in a holographic universe of our thoughts, and the program is that you die. Your DNA is your program, and it's fused at 23.5 if you're so high. You can't understand what I'm talking about, but I'm not going to explain. I've been here with my names in capital letters, representing the change and the chains. Ooh, I could have tried a little help from my friends. I could have tried a little help. And you know who you are. I tried to show you you're a big shining star. How could I be nothing but real? And I know what the real deal is. So, the fall of the Cabal is a documentation of the truth. Yet, it is subjected to you pressing the button and watching it, or and that's the voices in my head, your denial and ignoring of the truth. I know you didn't want to deal with the human trafficking issue, but at least I needed to let everyone know what was going on. And all you had to do was say, Troy, how can I help? But you preferred to hit delete. You preferred to pretend I was too much. What is too much? When your children's, grandchildren's, grandchildren's, grandchildren's are still one. How much is that worth? $1 a day, 7.8 billion times 1,000 years. Do the maths. How much is it worth for every single soul on this planet to be free from treachery? And all I ever asked was to ask you for a little recognition and help instead of ignoring me and telling me that I was all about showing up the darkness and even accused of creating it. How do I feel when I go to the spiritual community and everyone says, no, that's darkness, I don't want to see it? How do I feel? All this you can do and more, said Jesus to his 12 disciples. And you all say, I love Jesus. But what did you do with his words? When I was trying to understand 2012, when I was in Panama on the beach, when everybody thinks that I was brokenhearted from my marriage, the truth is, I was being brokenhearted from true love. And I realized that if I had anybody in my life close to me, I would not pay attention to the mission that I came to do. Mr. Big Stuff, who do you think you are? So, yeah, 2012, Panama. So I asked a good friend at the time, a musician, I said, Seba, hola Seba. Seba, what does 2012 mean? Everybody's talking about this shift, masculine to feminine. What does it mean? What does he mean? He says, materialism will be replaced with artism. Do you understand that? So I dug and I dug and I dug and I realized it was all a hologram and it was a thought matrix. And what we had to do was create a grid system of believing people who knew what they were, who they were on the planet, and to focus into taking down the ones who were in control in darkness. And when I say darkness, I'm not talking about the lights are out. I'm talking about using your light to add to their dark, because they had no light within. And for us to be that and to come together and agree that we had one enemy, and it was all about taking them down. So I figured out what Jesus was really saying. So instead of saying, well, this is what I want for me, I said, this is what I want so I can live and my children and their children's grandchildren, grandchildren's grandchildren's can be. Instead of this constantly breaking everyone's heart with expectations. And so I went into that world. I asked the question, how can I help? What can I do? I already knew the lower matrix of the Babylonian system. Yet, I had to confirm it. I saw it from the 80s and the 90s, and it was very well pronounced on September 11th, 2001, and then confirmed about 2 or 3 years later by some kids in university. Loose change. And that opened many doors to understanding Tesla's deletion from history, Alex Collier's understanding, David Icke's understanding, and I started to put these pieces together and realize that there's only one way I could do this, was to know myself. And so everybody says, be a good sheep, be a good boy, be nice, be whatever. And I go, no, I'm going to be me. I'm going to be truly me. So if you piss me off, I'm going to tell you. If you backstab me, I'm going to kick your ass. I'm going to be me. I realized I could not act like everyone wanted to. I tried, and I was liked. I was really liked and loved. But maybe I saw where it was all an act. So I decided that no matter what, all or nothing, I was going to be truly, truly me. And now what? Now I know. Every single thing that I have wished to happen so that every single person on this planet could be free, whether they wanted it or not, it was their choice, was going to be free. It took 144,000 people to do it. Just like you were told. But you thought, from the program in the Bible, it was all about being nice. It's about being true. And if you act in selfish ways, I'm going to tell you. I will pretend I don't see it, just so you're just the observer. Do I have resentment? Of course I do. Do I forgive